Poor breathing is killing you and you might not even know it. Sounds extreme, and it was when I heard it. As simple as this. Poor breathing, poor sleep. Poor sleep, poor mind, poor mind, poor breathing. Repeat. I wrote a post about it the other day, and it's something that affected me profoundly and actually led to long-term illness. And people ask me now, as a functional and therapeutic breathwork practitioner, is my sleep affecting my breathing, or is my breathing affecting my sleep? One affects the other, and it really is of no immediate importance which one began first. You could track it back to your childhood. The fact is, if you're breathing poorly, you're going to be sleeping poorly, and if you're sleeping poorly, you're going to be breathing poorly. It's going to affect the mind, it's going to lead to exhaustion, fatigue, burnout, overwhelm. And these are things that I've experienced led to other physical symptoms and conditions. I had bloating in my stomach, lower back pain, I had skin conditions. It started here, it started on my hand, and then it spread. It went all over my back. It was incredible. I saw different help from different health professionals. I saw Chinese herbalist, went to acupuncture, got cupping. I was doing forms of meditation. I was taking cold showers. I was going into cold water. I was trying to uh, increase my resistance to my nervous system in case it was that. Excuse me. What other conditions? I've had dizziness. It really affected me. Daytime fatigue, poor concentration, memory loss, frustration. So much going on. And over quite a long period of time, and see some of the solutions that I was actually looking for to help were actually making it worse. It was exacerbating the problem. Because what was happening was through stressors in my life, through uh, relationships, work, my doing voluntary work, being busy, 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 I was neglecting myself, and I didn't have the tools and educated enough in what it was that was actually going on for me. But what was happening was that my breathing functionality started to change. I became a habitual mouth breather, breathing up into here, not utilizing the diaphragm. It wasn't massaging my stomach. I wasn't able to digest food properly. I was going to bed and not sleeping well. So I wasn't getting rest, digest, and repair from the parasympathetic nervous system because I was switched on and activated so much. Meanwhile, meditating, so it seemed like I was quite chilled out, but my body was being told otherwise. My body was adjusting, my body adapted to the circumstances that my mind essentially, my work ethic and attitude was putting it into. And yes, there were other outside circumstances. I had difficulties with some of the staff I was working with, or difficulties with people that I was working with, difficulties in relationships, in the community, and all these other external circumstances, but they were just adding to and impacting onto my body what was going on. It was sending signals to my nervous system, kept it in that sympathetic fight, flight, and freeze state. And then, of course, I'm going into the North Sea, which is a very cold body of water, and having cold showers, and it was just activating it even more, constantly switched on. Now I advocate for cold showers, for ice baths, for cold water swimming. I love it. I still do it. But if the nervous system is already in a state where it's being, really pushed to its limit, then it's not a good idea. I found out the hard way and paid the price. But I don't regret it because it's these things that pushed me further into learning about my own body so that I'm able to learn, study, practice and became certified in supporting other people. It's what I do. Please check out some of the links below in this page. You can book in for a discovery call and chat about some of the stuff that might be going on for you and see if I can support you. So it was through that journey came out the other side and got into breath work. Well, I was already doing some breath work and meditation, but breath work, meditation, nervous system regulation through the functionality and therapeutic side of breath work. That is where my symptoms started to dissipate, and some of them just completely disappeared. It was like a miracle. You know, I'd sought answers and solutions in many ways. I was given CT scans. I was given different creams. Saw I had elimination diets from um, nutritionists. You know, my search was thorough as to what was going on, and discovered essentially by mistake that it was my nervous system and it needed regulated. And until then, I wasn't going to heal. That's what I support and teach people, you know, whether it's they're struggling with stress and anxiety, overwhelming burnout, or even people that want to improve performance, whether that be at work or in relationships or at the gym or any form of exercise or exertion. It's absolutely incredible what can be done. But I have to, and I share this, I have to make sure I'm looking after myself. You know, making sure I get proper sleep, getting to bed at a reasonable time, not being overly activated and stimulated, which I can still do. I'm a human being and I need to have this awareness and vigilance of what's going on. Because if I get poor sleep, I'm going to breathe poorly during the night. You know, mouth will be open. I'll slip back into, you know, sleep apnea. If you check out one of my other videos, I might post it up here. Um, just what it looks like. You know, you might not even be aware of how you look. Have a look at how I look. It's like death warmed up. I'm like a zombie, and that can happen to me if I don't take care of myself. It's really contributing to this overall uh, sense of ill health, or even the fatigue when you wake up feeling heavy, body's heavy, you know, the mind is uh, foggy and cluttered, and it seems like, you know, it starts to worry and create scenarios that don't exist or things that might happen, and it's usually negative. It's not like, ooh, you know, all these wonderful things might happen today. So the poor sleep leads to poor breathing, leads to poor mind, and then poor mind actually sends signals to the brain and nervous system, and my breathing starts to change throughout the day, and then that affects my nervous system, affects my body, and it's just this perpetual cycle. It really is. You may or may not have experienced yourself. If you have, please comment below, ask questions. Better still, book in for a free discovery call and see if I believe that I'm able to help you. And then we can look a bit further and deeper and see if you actually want to work with me. That's something that I do. So, yeah, I advocate for functional breathing. We can change our physiology, the way we breathe, how we sit, even in how I am sitting just now. You know, good posture. My breath is through my mouth because I'm talking. As we say, shut your mouth. Breathing is through your nose. Talking and eating is in the mouth. And you can look at ways that can support you, as I've been very much supported and continue to be. I'm still continuing my studying and my learning, and I'm quite happy to support others. So, yeah, that's today's video. Say like, subscribe, comment, get the algorithm going so more and more people can hear this life-saving stuff and life-changing stuff. Like I say, breathe better, be better.